Good morning. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Todd Mickens Let's Talk About It radio podcast. Listen, I'm so happy to be with you this morning. We're going to do things differently. We normally just do podcasting, just straight out conversation and talking, but we're adding a new element. We're going to add music, gospel music, inspirational music. We're going to change it up some. You know what we got to do, guys. We're going to go ahead and share the live. Share the live. Can I get some people to help me share the live? Let me see if I can get a couple of people to come in. I see Cheryl is in the building. Good morning, Cheryl. Thanks for tuning in as always. Cheryl Snell, I really do appreciate you. Thank you for always doing your thing. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, we're going to share, if you can, if you have a link to Sonny's music, a link on the MP3 file. If you can email that to me and get that, because most of the stuff I use comes to the MP3 file. I have to download it and then add it into my playlist. I'm pretty sure I could go. I can find it, but I would love to have it directly into my my file instead of going to YouTube. But yeah, anybody who has music, send it in to me. But I thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to start off real quickly with another song. And while we're getting people in here, we're going to go ahead and there's a friend of mine by the name of Dave Vereen and Avis Vereen. They have a daughter by the name of Taylor Vereen. And I want to go ahead and play a video from her. And then we're going to come back. We're not going to play the whole thing. Then we're going to come back and jump right in. Get the show started, and then we'll go from there. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's definitely a beautiful day. It's the middle of the month. It's the 15th, and it's time to do the doggone thing. Y'all know what I mean? It's time to do the doggone thing. Here we go with Taylor Vereen. Y'all tune in. Tell somebody. Tune in to the Todd Mickens radio podcast.
So far away from you, and you help me through. In him there is no failure. Look to the hills, dry your tears. In him get more than you bargained for. In him you're more than a conqueror. In Jesus the victory is mine. Safe all the time when the devil tried to push me under. It was you who came with the thunder. You're my shelter from the storm and the rain. Healed all my hurt and pain. The victory is mine. I cannot be defeated. Although it may be hard, just go and win. The victory is mine. I cannot be defeated. Although it may be hard, just go. How can I be defeated when all that I do is win? Your name is undefeated. You're really my closest friend. Things may seem kinda crazy, but it's working in the end just because you called me. Now I can rest assured that you will do just what you said. You've come through so many times that numbers just leave my head. Instead of stressing out, I choose to praise you now. all by yourself. And the more that you pray, it seems like things never change. But God promised He'll be with you, cover you to the end. Victory in my heart, victory in my mind, victory in my soul. It's about to overflow. You're more than a conqueror. To Him that lives in my mind, because He lives in my soul. If God before us, who can be against us? We are winners. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Victory over depression, victory over fear. Don't worry, God is here. If you are bound, He will fix it. He will set you free. Don't worry, God is here. Yeah, yeah. Anybody got it? Anybody got the victory? Lay your hands on yourself and say, yes, I got it. I got it. I've got the victory. You've got the victory. Victory in my soul. I've got it.
All right, that was Taylor Vereen. Victory, 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 victory. What's going on? Listen, let me say hello to some people in the chat here. Appreciate y'all for tuning into the Todd McGinnis Radio Podcast. First of all, Cheryl Snell, thanks again. Then we got our deacon of the podcast, Brother Craig Stoops, with our inspirational word of the day, and we will be giving the word of the day immediately after the next video. Tracy Hardaway, good morning. What is going on, Tracy? How you doing? My brother, my family, John Lakin. Let me get some applause here. John Lakin, thanks for tuning in, my brother. For those of you who don't know, John Lakin has John Lakin and Friends that comes on, if I'm not mistaken, on 57. Should be coming around by 8 o'clock, right, John? Whatever time it is, John, shoot your information in there. I'm pretty sure they already know. He's been doing a phenomenal job with his TV show for the past couple of years. He and I are Lower Richland alumni as well as Hopkins native, and we are two young brothers who have TV shows. And I'm gonna tell you one thing about it: we ain't in competition with each other. We in competition with anything that ain't got nothing to do with God. We like to help push each other. Listen, we're gonna get those interviews in. I love to play his music. Every time I see him, he's in the same spirit. I love him and his family. The history goes back long ways, all the way from his father, the Bishop John Lakin, the legendary. His father taught many and have birthed out many awesome major musicians in our area, not just in our area, but across the state. And you can tell a Bishop Lakin student by some of the stuff they do. You can tell. So John, man, thanks you, man. Much for, and his mama's a fireball now. Y'all don't let him fool it now. Let Sister Lakin mess around, get on the mic and sing, and then just so happen to preach. Lord have mercy, y'all in trouble. Listen, thank you for tuning in anyway. Cynthia, what's going on, Auntie? How you doing, Auntie? Good morning, great morning. It is. Y'all know what we got to do. Listen, here at the St. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans 10 and 9, Baptist, Apostolic, International, Multicultural, Multi-Denomination, Coaching Assembly Church by Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Well, I am your podcast pastor. We are now getting prepared for our inspirational word of the day. But first, we're going to watch a commercial, and after the commercial, then we're going to jump straight in to my favorite video of all time. My pops, my brothers, my cousins, the Mickens. Time is winding up. In that order: commercial, then we're gonna go with video, then we come back with the inspirational word of the day. So I need you to tune in. Tell everybody, tell somebody, it's time to join the Todd Mickens Radio Podcast. Let's go. What's going on out here?
SC Uplift Community Outreach presents Home is Where the Heart Is Awareness Gala, Saturday, September 21st at Segra Park, the Fireflies Club Lounge, 1640 Free Street in Columbia. Doors open at 5 p.m., dinner at 6 p.m. It's an evening with the Minister of Comedy, Akintunde. Proceeds will be used to benefit SC Uplift Community Outreach Program. The inaugural Awareness Gala, Home is Where the Heart Is at Segra Park Club Lounge, Saturday, September 21st, 5 p.m., Firefly Stadium, Segra Park, Columbia. Get more details and purchase tickets at www.scuplift.org. That's www.scuplift.org. Uplifting and improving communities in need.
Here we go. Somebody go call Reverend Mickens. Go knock on the door. Call his cell phone. Tell him, look, your boy, your oldest boy, got your own live right now. Time is winding up. The Mickens.
Help us sing a little bit of this song. Look at here. Woo! Time is winding up now. Start again, y'all. Keep on. Start one more time. Time is. Start again, boy. Time is. Are you ready to get your house in order? Y'all better get your house in order. You better get your house in order. You better get your house in order. You know why? 'Cause time is winding up. Start again, y'all. Time is every day, every day. Time is every day of my life. Time is just a mothers. Tell your daughters. Tell your daughters. Fathers. Tell your sons. Tell your members, don't let him catch you with your work undone. You know why? Time, every day, y'all. Time is every day of my life. Time. Do you see the signs in the fig tree, y'all? I know time is.
All right, there it is. The Mickens. Y'all put your hands together right now for the Mickens. Listen, we appreciate y'all. We thank you for tuning in to the Todd Mills Let's Talk About It podcast. We're going to get straight into our inspirational word of this morning by none other than Craig Stoops. And it reads as such. It says, struggle is absolutely necessary for growth and development. Failure is good. Failure teaches, and failure separates the willing from the unwilling. Don't try and prevent your kids from failing. Teach how to get up, move forward, and succeed when they do fall. Let's give a round of applause for that. Appreciate that, Brother Craig Stoops. That is definitely a thing. You know, I talk about this a lot, and I mainly talk about it with fitness, but it's definitely dealing in life. You're going to have successes, and you're going to also have failure. You're going to have successes in a relationship. You're going to have failure in a relationship. You're going to have success in work. You're going to have failure in work. You're going to have success in life. You're going to have failure in life. But the one thing that you have to do is you have to learn from your failure. You have to let your failure teach you. Your failure must be your teacher. I say all the time, the best teacher is history. If you've done something and it worked, history will show you that it worked. If you've done something and it didn't work out good for you. History will when history repeats itself, it can repeat itself for the better, or it can repeat itself for the worse. But you have to learn from the things that have happened, from the things that you have experienced, and you have to say, okay, I failed at this. I tried this way. It didn't work. Let me try it in a different way. Good morning, Miss Carolyn Farmer. What's going on, Auntie? Appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you. Listen, there is no one on here listening under the sound of my voice who have not failed at something. I can guarantee you. Cheryl Snell can tell you, had plenty of failed programs that didn't work out how you wanted to. Brother John Lakin, if he's still on here, he can tell you he probably had plenty of songs that he's written, songs that did well, and songs that didn't even scratch the surface of what he wanted to do. Programs that you want. I never sent in the followers. Okay, programs that you want to promote stuff just don't work out how you want it. You know, you put a package together of singers, and you know when you got singing, singing group, choir, whatever, however you want to put it. You know, the main thing is about chemistry. Like-minded people. Yvette Staley, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Or what's going on? Okay, tuning in from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Let's give Milwaukee, Wisconsin a round of applause. Thank you. And again, good morning, Miss Farmer. Appreciate you. That's my auntie right there. I got a couple of aunties on here. I got Cynthia. Hey, Miss Farmer, you and Cynthia might know each other. Yeah, both of y'all from the Sump. Yeah, those are my aunties right there from Sumter tuning in. I got Sumter, I got Milwaukee, Wisconsin soon tuning in. Listen, I just appreciate y'all for tuning in. But back to this failure thing. But yeah, we all fail. Recently I started my own lawn care business, and there have been some struggles that I've come across that's just part of the business. Let me give you a perfect example of I was so eager to have customers that and it's ironic, and Cynthia Witherspoon probably can relate to this very, very well. When you're eager, and I'm using that word eager, and she knows what I'm talking about too, to try to please everybody, and you want everybody to be involved in what you're doing, so you try to make it everything accessible. You want to be accessible. But let me break it down to my situation. Just started. I just wanted customers. I really didn't understand how to bid on yards. I didn't understand how excuse me. I didn't understand how to estimate on yards. I didn't understand anything. I just know I needed to start. I wanted to start my own lawn care service, and I underbid on some houses. Terrible. Like Charles Barkley said, terrible. There was a yard I know I should have charged at least $50. I mean, $150. And I got there and I looked at the yard, and the person was like, yeah, well, I really don't have a lot of trees or nothing. It's pretty much flat. You can just go up and down. And the person who used to do the yard, they just, boom, boom, boom. They didn't even have to get out there riding lawnmower because it ain't a lot to cut. And I'm just so eager to have that person as a customer. Just wanted to hear them say yes. Instead of me saying, hey, well, this is going to be, and see, people can tell when you don't know. People can tell when you failing. Yeah, people can tell when you don't know what you're talking about. I said, yeah, well, I can do it for $50 because I just wanted a customer. She was like, okay, yeah. And she looked to the side and she was like, okay, yeah, that'd be perfect. I got there, and I think I'd end up cutting the yard that next week. And I had some equipment. Getting out there, and man, I'm out there. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be an easy, quick little $50. Then I start totaling things up. Man, it took me. I had to fill up my gas jug. I said, I had to fill up my gas jug. I was sitting down talking to my wife, and I said, yeah, I forgot I got to put all that in the budget. Fill up the gas jug, fill up the tank, and then my time. I got out there and I'm up and front yard. Man, I went to the front yard like, I was like, oh man, this is gonna be an easy $50 hit. Man, about 2.5 hours later, 2.5 hours later, auntie. Yeah, people would take advantage of it 2.5 hours later. I mean, they sweat like a hog over open pit fire. I'm talking about I was sweating like a hog out there, but I didn't know what I was doing. And then the thing was when I had to make adjustments, and auntie know what I'm talking about, when you have to make adjustments to your program, adjustments to your prices, adjustments to your life. Yeah, listen, or say at the end, I ain't made $20 because I went and got Gatorade, ice, I got snacks and stuff. I ain't made no money that day. I did get a customer, but I ain't made no money that day. Yeah. But then when you go and you say, well, listen, I need to adjust the situation. I need to, I did what I did because I wanted the business. I wanted people to be like, oh man, he give good, reasonable prices. Yeah, $5. I did make $5. Angela Core, what's going on? Good morning. Thanks for tuning into the show. Yeah. I made some adjustment. I had to make that call. I said, listen, I'm a man of my word, but because I was just honest with her. I said, listen, I didn't really know. Good morning, Hilda. Thanks for tuning in. Praise God. Yes. I said, because I really didn't know what I was doing, I assessed your yard wrong. But because I'm a man of my word, I'm not going to charge you what I should charge you, but I have to increase the price. Now, I noticed when I did get paid the first time, I got paid more than what I asked for, right? I said, oh, well, glad sheets. You know what? So I did make at least $10 because I think I got paid like $15 more than what I charged. But the second time I went, I said, listen, I'm going to have to charge you at least this, And before I even hit send, I had already got an okay back. Oh, okay, no problem. Then when I got there, her husband, last time when I was there, he didn't really say much. He had just came in and went in the house and came back out, and he was on the phone. But this time he came out and said, well, sir, how much I owe you? And I told him, and I ended up getting more than what I had told her the second time. And I said, well, you need some change? He said, no, man, hey, brother, you good. Matter of fact, we're going to make sure you call you back. So in hindsight, I tried to compromise, but I had to go up on my price. And when you have to make changes, people either will accept it or they are going to buck against it. And luckily, they were some understanding people. They was like, they probably knew, okay, well, he don't really know what he's doing. But if he say $50, we're going to give him, $50. But they gave me more. But the second time I said, well, hey, before I even went over there. Now, if the person had to say, well, listen, this is the price you said. And, if we want to give you more, we will. I would have been a man of my word. I would say, well, okay, Well, I'm going to cut your yard again for this price, but this would have been the last time. Sometimes you just got to take a loss in your business, and taking a loss in your business might not be really financial, but it does add up financially. But really, you just may lose customers. I've learned this from Jabbar Wade. He said it real clearly. He said this: everybody ain't meant to be your customer. Everybody not meant to be a part of your program. There were some changes made in the program that I'm a part of. Simple changes that needed to be made for the program to continue to grow. See, people don't understand. Church, let me break this down to y'all, church family. The reason why some of y'all churches ain't growing is because you don't want to make the changes. Listen, what you and your mama and them did 50 or 60 years ago for the church is not going to work for the church today. You have to adapt to today's time. You don't have to change God's message. Jesus, he came, he died, he rose, whatever you want to say. But you have to change your method of reaching the people. You can't do things the same no more. You can't keep things the same. You have to change it up. You have to. Let me make sure I catch some of the comments before I get too far. I already had Hilda Smalls again. Thank you. You live at Aura. I lived and I learned and I understood that today's prices is not yesterday's prices. Today's prices is not yesterday's prices. Of course, they jumped on $50 because on average you're looking at yes, and it's ironic that you threw the $75 up there, because that's what I end up telling. At the least, I have to charge that, and I said I should charge more, but because I was a man of my word, I stuck to the 75. But again, I got more than what I asked for, and I believe I got more than what I asked for because I did it the right way. I didn't do a pity. Hey, well, I don't know. Now I might do it. You gonna have no. I said, ma'am, blase, because I did underestimate it. No problem. And even the husband, when he paid for it, he was like, how much? Was like, oh, hey, no problem. Yeah. And it's 75, and it don't include the edging. Edging would take you, up to 150 and high. Listen, and let me tell you what my problem is. And this is a problem that a great friend of mine who has one of the best fitness program there is around, right? My problem is I want to make everybody so happy. Sometimes I go far and beyond. My motto in my business is we treat your yard like it's our own. Sometimes we get so personally attached to people and we want to make sure everyone is happy. We go far and beyond Call of Duty. Simply put like this, some people do not deserve to be in your space. Not that something is wrong with them, but everybody don't. When you allow everyone in your space, everyone feel like they have the right to include themselves in your business plans. People don't understand business. They understand being comfortable. But business is very uncomfortable. You think McDonald's care if they have to change the price of their food because everything, listen, gas going up, rent going up, lease going up, transportation going up, whatever's going. Listen, how many of y'all remember the 49-cent cheeseburger or hamburger? Go get a cheeseburger and hamburger now. You're gonna spend at least $2, if not $3 for bread, a little thin piece of meat, and something that ain't cheese. But we'll go right there. We won't complain. We don't call corporate office and want to know what's the changes. Let me move on because some of y'all, listen, churches, preachers, deacons, instead of having some old deacons, y'all need to put some young deacons up there. Yeah. I got a young deacon. I got Craig Stoops. Yep. Craig Stoops is my young deacon. He's over my deacon board. Thank you, Brother Craig Stoops, for being over my deacon board. Listen, you learn from your mistakes. Next time you know to factor in your overhead and still be competitive. Definitely. See, I didn't know I failed, but I learned. And don't let my wife, man, listen, my wife, she don't be cutting no slack, right? I'd be like, yeah, babe. Yeah, I charge citizen. She what? How much? Man, shoot, that ain't even worth putting equipment on the truck. And I be about to tell her the whole story. Well, baby, when I first got this job, I kind of just needed some customers. I was like, yeah, well, I got what? I don't know about all that. And she be right now. She be right. Matter of fact, she and I, there was a property that I was in the midst of supposed to get a contract on. And let me tell you, man, people are trip. When I pulled up to the property, because I was told that their former landscaper or yard care person wasn't doing a good job or something happened. There was a major South Jersey is in the house. What's going on, South Jersey? What is going on? Let me go ahead and catch South Jersey. Who that is? Tommy Darren Washington. What's going on, South Jersey? I got the people in here today. But yeah, I went there and I assessed the property. I said, well, dog, man, the property look good to me. I mean, because I compliment good work. We can be in the competition, but if you're doing good, you're doing good. I told my wife, I said, yeah, I said, dog, the property look good. She was like, yeah. So I got to talking with the people and the price I negotiated for the yard came out, they was like, okay, that's good. So I had to go to the next phase of the head person who was going to, I guess, be cutting the checks. And, I did another walk around and, I was like, yeah, man, I'll do this for that. And then they got to talking and I noticed, the conversation didn't really, and it's nothing against them. I don't think they was trying to get over. I just think that was the misunderstanding with the other person who was getting ready who was doing the property. He said, yeah, well, you're going to get paid on the 15th. And I was like, okay, on the 15th. Oh, 15th. Every month on the 15th. But if I'm cutting the yard twice, if I'm cutting the property twice a month, something. I said, well, okay, the price that I gave you, we are talking every time I cut, right? Oh, no, that's just once a month. No, that ain't what we're talking. I said, no, sir. And listen, before, let me tell you what I would have did. But I learned before I would have said, okay. I would have been doing twice the work for half the pay. I said, okay. I would have said, okay, yeah, well, I go, because I would have quote unquote, which what we do in business, we give and we feel sorry for people. And we be like, well, what they need. I said, well, listen, I'm going to tell you what I can do. At the most, I can come down on the price, but I ain't going to do it for the price I told you twice a month look, everything I quote you is per cut, per time I come on the property. Needless to say, I haven't got a phone call back. I haven't got a phone call back yet, but nevertheless, Jabari Wade said it best. Everybody is not your customer. And then we have to understand that not only is everybody not your customer, but even if you have customers, everybody ain't your friend. It's a business relationship. It's a business relationship. I think somebody had typed in that it's business. I got to find that right there. Yeah, here we go. Auntie said it's not personal, it's business. But again, that's why what I do now is I try to lessen any conversation when I'm on the property. Whatever property I go to, at the most I do, if I'm coming, I already send that message. I'll be at your property at such and such time. I just need a confirmation to keep track of that you saying yes. Okay, because I say, hey, I'm on the way to service your yard for such and such price. I'll be there in 15 minutes. I just need a response so I can have proof that you said yes, right? So I ain't tell you to come. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But anyway, so when I get there, I do my job. Unless someone comes outside and speaks to me, I'm not stopping with, hey, how you did? Yes, no, I'm just keeping it straight. Now I'm nice and cordial. If I see you in my path, I'm throwing my hand up, but I'm keeping working. They're not my friends. They're my customers. I can be friendly. They are my customers. And that's why that's what I had to learn quickly, that just because listen, it's a business relationship, nothing more, nothing less. Some people won't, they won't. And like I said, I didn't know what I was doing. I underpriced myself badly. But I must say, maybe they even felt like, hey, he only paid $50 because they gave me more than I asked for the first time. And even with the second time, I was just hey, at the, because I'm a man of my word. Because I would just told him, say, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do the yard this time at this particular price. But this family, this husband and wife team, they treated me fairly. They treated me fairly, and I really do appreciate that. She said, "Amen." Say that again. Listen, Yvette, what you wanted me to say again, Yvette? And I don't want to go past your comment until I make sure I say it again. What you wanted me to say again, Yvette? And Aura saying, "Amen." I'm late on the comments. I'm sorry. Yeah, Pops, what's going on? Yvette, if you comment again on what you're saying, amen again, make sure you saying I was saying amen to this in the comment so I can address it. Auntie said I meant the hedges. You all right, Auntie? You all right? Yeah, protect your space. Everybody ain't meant to be in your space. Everybody ain't meant to be in your space. That's just like on a job. They hire you for one thing, but end up doing 5 other jobs. Yeah, I tell my daughter all the time. My daughter's a hard worker. My daughter gets the grind in. I'm gonna tell you now. My daughter don't mind working. I tell her that, hey, now when she had her first real job, she came in and she said, yeah, I'm staying over, I'm doing this and I'm doing this, I'm running. I said, hey, just remember, you only getting paid to do this. I tell my wife too, hey, my wife loves the children. She'll do whatever she need to do for those kids at her school. And I always say, hey, just remember, things that you're doing, they're going to expect you to keep on doing it. They, not the kids, but the higher echelon. Once they find out that you love the kids and you love your job and you'll go for, they're going to continue and they're going to want you to do that, but under the same pay. And then what they'll do is behind your back, they'll go add that into to the description of your pay. Yeah. Or add that in the description of your job. Oh, well, not only do you have to do this, but now this has been added on to you. Yeah. Everyone has that $5 meal deal. Yeah. Everybody got it. And again, thanks, brother. Thanks, Tommy Darren Washington, for tuning in all the way from Jersey. Thank you. Aura says, give our young people a chance instead of always putting them down. Yeah, definitely. Listen, I'm going to stick to this. I've been saying this, and anybody who's been following me know I'm telling the truth. Some of these churches dying, simply dying. They have no youth. They don't even have no young adults. The only young people in the church or young adults is probably some of the musicians. You wonder why your kids don't come back to your home church. You have to make changes. You have to make changes. Barack Obama said something one time when he was debating, I forgot who he was debating, but he said they don't even do the ball and chain no more for prisoners. Times have changed. You have to change. Or saying good morning to everyone. Cynthia Witherspoon, delete. Oh, get that confirmation in black. Yeah. I learned that because when even though I have the equipment to cut my own yard, when I was out on the road and I couldn't, I would always, I would call somebody and say, hey, I need you to come through. I would notice and I would wonder. Yeah, I tell you, hey, you can come anytime during the week. Don't matter if I'm there or not. Just go ahead and come. I always get that. Hey, I'm on the way to the property. Cut your yard. And if I don't respond, I get another. Hey, I'm on the way. Oh, okay. All right. Black and white. Marvin, what's going on? Yeah. Yeah, people are scared of change. That, and listen, I don't, because if there's a program that I'm a part of that I'm talking about changes that has been made that ain't really hard. Is simple. Business wise, even if you don't understand business wise, some of the changes that was made, you just have to know nothing stays the same way in a business operation and it's successful. There are change. You know what? You ever been working on your job and you knew who's the head person at your company when you got there, and you done mess around and work a year, 2 years, and you mess around. Wait a minute. I thought Bob was Bob ain't even there no more. Bob gone. They done brought in Jimmy. They brought in somebody else to carry the business on, or either on your job, the insurance changes. The premium on your insurance changes. They don't ask you. They may say, well, we're going to shop around and try to find another insurance provider that won't increase your monthly fees. Or either the company may say, well, we're going to go ahead and keep y'all at the same price and we're just going to pay the overhead on that. But man, people don't understand. Change is inevitable. I want to take this time out real quick for station identification. I want to thank Trevisha Mickens, CEO, Mrs. CEO, for the Hell Hot Coffee. She has just bought it in to me. She late. Yeah, she late. Yeah, she late. I'm almost an hour in. She late. Okay. But she got the Hell Hot Coffee here. And let's take a sip. I want everybody, if you got a cup or something, I don't care what it is, let's take a sip right now. If you got Hell Hot Coffee, sip it slow. Thank you. Trevisha, Hell Hot Coffee. It's good. It's good this morning. It is good this morning. Yeah. Cynthia, look. Cynthia, Twitty, what is going on, Cent? What's going on? How you doing, fam? Thanks for tuning in to the Todd Mickens Radio Podcast. Order said better. Yeah, you know what? I better hush, Anna, because she did bring. She could have came in here and throw it on me. Yep, she could have came here and throw it on me. Listen, guys, I gotta get a commercial in here real quick. And then we're gonna play some more music. I appreciate the conversation, but we're gonna go back to the inspirational word, touch on that, and then we're gonna talk about change again. We're gonna talk about we're just gonna talk. Let me get this commercial in here. I'm sorry, I should have been did this commercial, but I had to get it to y'all. Y'all got me all hyped up over this conversation here this morning. Yeah, but people will just kind of people take advantage of you now, and you can't let them do that. Let's get this commercial in right quick.
We've all been there. They just want to explore and have fun. Well, here's something you can clap about, something you can read books about, or just relax and let go. Introducing the all-new Cute Leaf baby diaper. Keeps your baby drier.
All right. Those are our friends at Discount Diaper World, a locally owned discount diaper company. Listen, my daddy is on here. Thanks, Pops, for tuning in. And I want to give a shout out to my pops real quickly. Shout out to my pops and my mom. I told y'all last week and even the week before that when I wanted to start my lawn business, how my wife, she just jumped on the flyers. We put something together, came up with a name, and then she's either cut a couple properties with me. Now listen, now I'm gonna talk about this here too now, because my wife thinks she's supposed to get paid. Listen, she got on the ride lawnmower. Now the first time she helped me, she was on the push mower. I had to make sure she would work, so I gave her some money. But she getting on the ride lawnmower more than me, and I tell her I got to deduct because of her comfortability. When she comfortable working, I need some sweat, so I deduct it. You know, she had some Gatorade. She drank some Gatorade. You know, I had to take her to the spot, right? I had put gas into the vehicles. You know, I had to crank everything. I had to load everything up. You know, when we went to my mom's house, Roosevelt, what's going on, my brother? Listen, when we went to my mama's house, you know, I told my mama the day before, I said, when I get here in the morning, because I service my mom and dad's property as well. And I said, when I get here in the morning, I want some grits, egg, liver pudding, and raisin bread. And I was just talking junk, right? Me and my wife pulled up early, and I'm getting stuff off the truck, ready to work. And my wife said, Todd, your mama said, come in the house. I said, all right, we're in the house. Everything I asked for, mama had it spread out, right? So she ate. I fed her good, you know, so yeah, but she thinks she's supposed to get, she thinks she's supposed to listen. There is a hierarchy in this thing. Okay, there's a hierarchy. I want y'all to say this, but I don't know how to spell hierarchy. Somebody type in hierarchy in the chat. There's a hierarchy in here, and the hierarchy starts with me, right? And under me comes her. Listen, now I'm not listen. She did good. Now you know my wife from Mississippi, right? You know, I play with her all the time. I said, yeah, down in Mississippi. Well, I don't know. My wife told me that she used to walk barefooted through the creek, catching crawdads in the creek water, you know, and they used to take it back to the house. Yeah, she walked barefooted in the grass. She said she liked the way it feel under her feet, and they used to walk in the creek. And look at it. She talking about, no, it ain't. Y'all, chat, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. She told me this herself. That she talking about give me my money. But yes, listen. Teamwork definitely makes it work. Show her the money. Yeah. Yeah, so y'all, listen. Auntie, now me and you cool. Come on, Auntie. Whose side you leaning on? Leaning on the Lord's side. But let me get back to I want to give a shout out to my mother and my father, because when I started this, you know, I told them, I said, yeah, I'm gonna start cutting grass, doing stuff. You know, I had equipment, and I said what I wanted or what I needed to buy. I needed to buy this so I can be able to do this. Because starting to be, I don't think people understand the before activity that goes on when you start business doing anything. The before money. Money that you don't have, equipment that you don't have, clients that you don't have. You know, my dad has lawnmowers, and the first thing he said, well, whatever I got, you got. He said, whatever I got, you got. In other words, he was saying, now you can go out there and you can try to, you know, buy this and buy that, but whatever I got, you got. So I was like, you know, when you start a business or you start something new, as soon as I said I want to do my own lawn business, everybody I passed by had a lawn service. They had big old nice zero-turn lawnmowers on the back, all type of blowers and weed eaters and edges. I was like, man, I got to do this. And one of my buddies told me, say, listen, man, because I told him, I said, man, all I got is an old raggedy riding lawnmower and a weed eater. He said, brother, anything running or operable, whatever that word is, he said, is better than anything that you don't have. And then my dad was like, hey, you see that lawnmower over there? I call it Big Gus. Went on there and cranked old Big Gus up. You know, my daddy already had a trailer. He said, well, hey, well, you know, you got that trailer over there. You know, my dad is a junk man. He dibbles and dabbles in junk in his retirement. He just loved, you know, doing it. He said, well, hey, so I'm like, well, I don't want to take my daddy's junk trailer, because when he got some junk, he need to be able to go. And he said, well, hey, I can use, I mean, him and my mom, they just made it with, listen, whatever transition you going through, we got you. Because I think at one time I said, you know, they invested in what I have. And when I use the word invest, people automatically think people just gave you money to start. But no, it was the investment from my wife, my mama, my daddy, of support. That was a major investment. If I said it, you know, that, hey, you know, my dad had been saying for a while, hey, you know, this yard, you know, I'm getting a little older now. You know, I'm out here with the, you know, in this yard kind of, you know, we even had been talked about it between my brothers and sisters. Said, well, yeah, well, you know, probably need to take turns cutting on the yard or something. My mom and dad, my pop's property probably was my first property. And I say that and say that, you know, because even though you're family, people have to love your work. And he'll tell you every time I finish, I say, hey, Pops, how I look? He said, hey, man, I ain't where no, I want you to assess. Make sure everything good. My granny's yard, I used to cut that grass over 30, 40 years ago. Sweeping up straw. When I moved from there, after we moved from North Carolina, we moved to my granny's house after she passed, so we can continue to take care of the property and take care. She was taking care of 3 other people, and we kind of, you know, we just united as a family. We added on from our 7 to their 3, and all this was together. My uncle and my 2 cousins. And man, I'm the caregiver. And my uncle said something, you know, my mama's older brother. He said something, and it almost brought tears to my eyes. But I had to realize that I don't think young folks understand the importance of carrying on or keeping family property. He said, well, he said, only people that have been taking care of the land, because he lived there. He said, only people that's been taking care of the property. He said, well, your daddy done cut it a couple of times. He said, but, you know, I'm up in my 70s and, you know, I'm out here. He said, if something happened to me, and this is the thing that hit home. He said, if something happened to me, you in charge of taking care of the yard. You got to keep the property up. And that thing hit me. I'm like, man, how many of us really don't even think about, you know, after we get our own space and raise our own family, we don't even think no more about mama them house or daddy them property, daddy car, or, you know, daddy's building, mama's, you know, we forget. Some of us, we just be ready to sell it and split it down the middle. But I take pride and joy in servicing my mother and father's yard, my granny yard, or right now it's my uncle's, you know, because he's standing there. And I was blessed through a cousin of mine. He called me and said, hey, man, I heard you doing your own lawn service. I said, yeah. He said, well, listen, I got 3 yards I want you to do. He said, my friend, mine, and my mama's. So my dad is next to the oldest sister, I believe, did her property, and it was just in time. She had a birthday gathering at her home, and I was able to, and it just made me feel good. While I was cutting my auntie yard, she came outside. She said, hey, I thought that, and listen, this is why I don't talk to people while I'm cutting grass, right? Because when you cutting grass and You got sweat in your eye, mosquitoes. Auntie, hey, well, you know what? I thought that was, and you know what her name is, Auntie? Cynthia. Her name is Cynthia. Okay? Listen. I thought that was, you know what? I wasn't used to the sound of that lawnmower. I said to myself, that don't sound like the same person who cut my grass. So I called my son. I said, son, is somebody over here cutting grass? It looked like Todd. He said, he told her, yeah, Ma, it's Todd. I said, well, what? And she said, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just thank you for coming. I'm out there like, you know, I'm looking like this. Yes, ma'am. She said, oh, I got to get ready for revival. I'm going to, now it's 5 o'clock. Auntie getting ready for revival at 7. Yeah, we got revival. And I'm sitting there like, yes, ma'am. I had to cut my equipment off. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, because you know my birthday coming up, and you know this gonna be just in time for my birthday. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, I ain't gonna hold you. 20 minutes gone. I ain't gonna hold you. Yes, ma'am. All right. All right. Well, tell everybody I said, hey, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, Now I'm trying to crank my equipment up and nothing don't want to crank. Everything. Brr, brr, brr. I'm sitting there like, man, Auntie. But I just thank God that I was able to do. And see, the thing is, I love doing yard work, and I want people to come outside and say, my yard look good. Let me recommend him to somebody else. Here's the word hierarchy. Hierarchy. Thank you, brother. Hierarchy. There's a hierarchy in this business. Right? Listen, the business owner should be on the riding lawnmower the whole time. Now, let me tell my wife. Let me tell you what I told my wife, and I'm serious about this. Because she can handle the push mode and the ride mode. I mean, the ride mode, of course, but it's a science to riding modes, right? You know, people just figure I get a ride mode, I just run. Yeah, but I got to give it to her. She on 10 on that. Push mode. I don't really like seeing her push mode, but I do have the push mode that got the gears on it, where you push the thing, it's got automatic drive. But if the grass or the ground is unlevel, it can get kind of hard to maneuver. But I got to give it to her. She's on a piece, but listen, you know, I bought some glasses and some bug spray. Listen, so I was saying, hey man, I got some glasses. Next time we cut grass, I showed it to her. So she kind of held on to the glasses. I said, well, give me. She said, well, these my glasses. And I was like, I mean, what they, you know, I bought it. She was like, no, sir. But yeah, I'm learning, you know, there are things that you do, things that you buy to make it better for your company. And I'm trying to make that transition where, you know, when we go places, it'll be easier for, because I know I had sand and stuff all in my eyes. And, you know, she's like, yeah, you know, my eyes had sand in it. But, you know, I just thank God for the support all the way around. Let me make sure I get these comments. People count the money you making, but they don't count. Listen, that's it. Matter of fact, the equipment I was using, you know, I told y'all, you know, the week before that, everything I had was in the shop. Everything I had was broke. Everything was just in the shop. I was like, man. And then it was time to get it out the shop. What do you think had to happen? It had to get money. I had to go get it out. I told my wife the other day, I said, baby, the only way I'm going to be competitive in this market is I got to get better equipment. I got to get better equipment. See, change in business or startup business, it's inevitable. You must implement change into what you're doing. You must. What you're doing might be working, but you just may be surviving. Nobody wants to survive. They want to live. They want to flourish in the business. But the selfish people who just listen, and I don't, Auntie, you know what I'm talking about. People that's involved in the business or that's attached to it, they don't even really care whether the business fail or succeed. They just want to be attached. They want to be attached to it to some degree to say, well, it succeeded. I'm a part of that. But if it failed, I always knew that it wouldn't work. That's how people do. Oh, I knew he wasn't going to be able to keep that lawn business going. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew she couldn't. Yeah. I mean, she can do hair a little bit, but she ain't had enough clients to get her own place. Mm-hmm. People be, I mean, I let her do my hair a couple times, but I mean, but if she's successful, that's why I go there, because I was one of her first customers. Yep. Mm-hmm. People want to be a part of your glory, but don't want to be a part of the story. Not the real story. I guarantee you, and my wife can attest to this, she's a head guidance counselor at her school. All you, the parent, know, or the grandparent or the caregiver know, all you know is that my wife show up to work every day, and if there's a problem, a child go to her office and she get a schedule change. You don't know the backstory of the long hours of training, my wife then came home and said, we had to take a young lady home because of such and such happened at the house, and we had to call the police, and we had to stay. Then all they see is you do this, you do that. And listen, she never looked for the accolades or to be, all she like. I'm gonna tell you what she like hearing. I think she can care less about the parents. I mean, she love the parents too, but she love it when she can talk to the kids and they say, Miss Mickens, or they see her in public and, yes, ma'am. Or either they go Miss Mickens and they running up to her, or either they parents say, well, Miss Mickens, I had to call you because such and such acting up. And my wife on the phone. After hours, while we home, my wife on the phone. Now I'm gonna just call out a name. Janelle, why your mama got to call me? And I don't know what she nothing to listen. That's your mama, or that's your daddy, or that's your grandma. Yes, ma'am, you right. Yes, ma'am. Okay. That's what she lived for. She can care less if we are here. Oh man, she got the number one guidance counselor spot. No, and that's what my good brother Spoon, he has one of the best hearts. All the things that people don't see that he does for our fitness community, the things that people don't see, the countless hours of planning, hiring the best of coaches, all they see. Listen, and this is what I hate, people counting your pockets. Let me tell you something. My first actual person outside of a family member yard I cut, I had a push mow and one weed eater, but I had to push it. So I had to charge that person what I charged. So I'm gonna just put it like that. And the second person, which is the person I told you that I underbid it on the house. See, I underbid it on the house because my first house, I only had a push mow. The second house, I had a ride mow by then. I hadn't got a ride mow. Daddy said, hey, if I got it, you got it. I went in, we got old Big Gus right. We took old Big Gus down to Mr. Tucker blades, tuning up everything. So I was like, well, I ain't got to push the yard, so the work is not going to be as intense. And I charged her less because I thought the equipment I had, and in some cases, I'm not going to charge. Maybe y'all yard might be the same, but the situation may be different. That's why I asked her, listen, what I charge you is what I charge you. Don't you be going to tell nobody, oh, well, he only charged 65 when I might be charging this person 125 because they got a little bit more stuff that you don't see in the backyard. You ain't never been in their backyard. You just been through their front door to the couch and then back out. Right? Yep. Yeah. Let me get to some of these comments. Family support is major. Definitely one of the best investments I have. Todd, I look at it this way. If you're going to do it right, I'd rather that you don't do it at all. I like, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's me. That's me. And one of my, because some of my other compadres in the business, they tell me this right here. When you get to a property, how you see the property is how you treat the property. He said, because you can tell when people don't care about their yard, they just want to cut. And I just can't do that. I don't know. When I get to cutting, I'm like tedious. I want to make sure this is done right. I want to make sure, and I may spend, on the average, I'll probably spend an extra 20 to 30 minutes doing stuff because I want the yard to look good. Yeah. She talking about, that's right, Cynthia. Her name is Cynthia Bookman. What a great name. Yeah. And yeah, you're right. 20 minutes later, now that, I done got sweat all in my eye. Helen, what's going on? Happy Sunday to you. Blessings to you. Congratulations on the new. Yes, sir. And listen, anybody who have homes or properties, churches or whatever, listen, your trustees too old to be cutting grass. Y'all need to just go ahead and get in contact with me. Go ahead and get in contact with me. B. Johnson, what's going on? Or is it Bay Johnson? Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. People like to dictate your job that they have never. Yes, that's the thing. That's the thing. But they better not play with his heart. Yeah. Listen, and even the success my brother has had, I can guarantee you, there has been failures that we don't even know about. Because he dibbles and dabbles in real estate. He has his own food preparation company, food prep company. He's a part owner in some other businesses and stuff. And I'm pretty sure he's made some decisions in the past that got him to where he is today as a successful businessman. And there are going to be things that he do that's not going to make everybody happy and that may fail or succeed. But I can guarantee you when he goes to that next step, he's like, I ain't going to make this mistake again. Or either, well, I'm going to repeat this because this is what's good. Even when something is working, you have to tweak it. Chick-fil-A has been successful for a long time, but even Chick-fil-A changed up. And I guarantee in the next 5 to 10 years, Chick-fil-A will come up with something else. Think about it. You used to have to walk into restaurants to order your food. Now you can pre-order online. My mama said something that when she had to do the unemployment thing some years ago, my mama wasn't really, well, her or my father, they not computer savvy. I ain't really that computer savvy. My wife had to show me pretty much what I know. But she said at the unemployment office, she was just kind of sitting there and trying to figure it out. And say the guy came up to her and said, ma'am, I don't know what pretty much he told my mama, listen, the world is not going backwards. There ain't no more pen and paper application. You don't have to learn how to create your email. You have to learn how to type in this stuff. You have to click here. And my mama, she was probably thinking, well, I ain't, I'm going to just sit here till somebody do it for me. And he pretty much like, ma'am, listen, you have to adapt and change. You have to. Your surroundings, your thought process, your business model may have to listen. My business model for my business is we treat your property like it's our own. I might have to say, we treat your property how you treat it. Listen, I went to one property and the people, I couldn't even get in the gate, the backyard. They couldn't even get in the gate. It took me 10 minutes just to move stuff from in front of the gate just to get in. Cuzzo, what's going on? This is my family right here. If I'm not mistaken, this is I'm cuz are you the oldest grand? Are you the oldest grand, or is Uncle Tom's daughter the oldest grand? Or is it you or Daryl? I think you the oldest grand, right? This is my mother's oldest brother, last living brother, Eddie. This is his daughter. Yeah. She said, hello, children, tell me the same. Yo, my children tell me the same. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now she on here, Sonya White Lord, Vet. That's her name. Y'all know, listen, y'all know you have cousins and you done been raised up together. You done sleepover at granny house. You done family reunion, and you been calling them one name all these years. And then you mess around and see them on Facebook or something. You be like, because it's a lot of my cousins or people I knew in the past by their nickname or whatever. And I see them and I don't really pay attention to them on Facebook. And they be like, man, I've been trying to be your friend for a couple of years. You ain't never said. I'm like, man, I didn't know your name was Wilbert. I called you John in school. But I ain't never knew my cousin's name was Sonya until a long time ago. Yeah. Sonya. I'm like, who is this son? Somebody liking my post. Sonya. Oh man, she kind of look familiar. But that ain't my cousin. Sonya. Vet, that's her name. Matter of fact, I got a cousin, and he tried to live it down. But all my life, his name is Junebug. 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 Ain't nothing wrong with using your name that you can't. Junebug. And then his nickname was Junebug. His birth name was Muhammad Leon, but he don't even want you to call him Muhammad. He wants you to call him Mo. Call me Mo. No, Junebug. No, Junebug. That's your name. Junebug. I'm calling him Junebug. Hey man, don't call me Junebug. I'm calling you Junebug since we've been running around in the house in our tidy whities. Junebug. Yeah. Or if you do call him, it's Mohammed. No, Mohammed. Junebug. Yeah. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You raised other people. You can call them Gip. You can call them Hank, Old Willie, and they name William. You like William. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know my wife's name ain't BB. I didn't know. I knew her name was Trevisha. I didn't know that the BB, I got people calling. She can, if she's still on here, she'll tell you they was calling her Vivi with a V. I started calling her BB. Say like Geno Smith say, am I right? Am I right? I didn't know. Everybody was like, yeah, Todd started calling her BB, so we called her. I didn't know it was a VV. Yeah. VV. But I came in and I thought they were saying BB, so I called her BB. VV. The Viva La Loca. See how many comments I done missed. Mike West, what's going on all the way from where you from? Pops, Macomb or Prentice or you somewhere down there close to Montana. Listen, I remember the first time I went to my father-in-law's house when we was at my mother-in-law's house. My wife's like, well, let's go to my daddy's house. Man, listen here. We had to get, man, GPS didn't work. You know, my wife, she's from down there. We went down there the first time. Well, I went down there the first time, and it was dark. It was dark. Man, listen, to get to my father-in-law's house, and I'm pretty sure it's another way to get there. But us country folks, we can't never take a main road no way. Man, my wife would turn down some roads, and I'm looking like, man, if something happened to us out here, how we going to get here? Pop West, Mike West. That's my father-in-law, right? Both of my pops on here, my real pops and my father-in-law on here. And listen, round of applause. Joseph Ricks, I see you done snuck in the building. What's going on, Joseph Ricks? Good brother right there. Good brother right there. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's just like my father-in-law. Most people call him West. Yeah, they call him West. Yeah. Listen, bro, I'm going to tell you something. Joe, bro, I be watching you, bro. Hey, you got a lot of stuff going on, man. That's a good brother right there. You got a lot of stuff. Hey, man, keep on pushing. You know, I heard a conversation when we was at a program. I wasn't eavesdropping because I think it was me, you, might have been Amp Austin, it might have been a couple of fellas, and you were just kind of running down some of the things you do. And I really paid attention to that. You know, I mainly know you, knew of you from seeing you at a bunch of programs, seeing you with the Nightingales, the legendary Nightingales, and if I'm not mistaken, you was also singing with the or either helping out the Indian boys. I call them the Indian boys. Yeah. And listen, bro, you doing your thing, and the model and the way that you're doing it, you know, I just hope you pass that information down to the young. Let me tell you what I wish. I wish a lot of veterans, a lot of people in the military, a lot of business people with the knowledge they have, I wish they had to pass some of that. Say, listen, you go in the military, whether you like it or not. If you go in the military, just make sure you stay behind in there for 20 years so you can reap all the benefits that you need to reap. Or if you go to school, or if you're dealing with funeral homes, or you dealing with whatever, just make sure, because a lot of times we don't have a plan. A lot of us, when we graduated high school, we just did what we thought that we needed to do. We just got a job, went in the military. I went in the military, but I ain't had no plan, not even in that. You know, and it ain't nobody's fault, but you know, I just wish people would pass, you know, even with truck drivers. I get tired of truck drivers when I say, hey man, I'm thinking about getting it. Oh man, you don't want to do that. I've been doing it for 30 years. You don't want to get no what? Well, how it worked for you and it can't work for all you, pass the information down. But Joe, man, I appreciate you, man. Pop said he from Prentice. He live in Prentice. All right. Yep. Cedric Strickland, what's going on, man? How you doing? Listen, y'all, I ain't played another song yet, but I got to play another song in a little bit. Joe said, just trying to share with others how others have. Yeah, and that's the thing. Pour into others, because it's enough money and space for all us to be successful. It's enough money and space for all us to be successful. There's no need for nobody to be jealous or to hold back information that can help out the next person. Right? So I appreciate y'all. Listen, let's get a song in here. Let me get a song. Let me find a song in here. Listen, do y'all want to, let me see, Reverend ABC, good morning, everybody. Yeah, man, what's going on? What's going on, Cedric, man? I appreciate you, man. Yeah, there is enough for everybody to eat. Very much so. There's enough for everybody to eat, man. And I think that's the problem. People think that you're going to take food out of their mouths, you know, because they love you, fam. Going to get ready. All right, vet. Go get ready for church, vet. Matter of fact, I got to get off in a little bit. I got to get ready to go to church myself. And then me and my wife got to go finish our cup of coffee and raisin bread. Yeah, that's what me and my wife going to have, cup of coffee and raisin bread. Let me tell you what I did, y'all, and I'm mad at myself. I had bought some steaks, right? I meant to tell my wife last Sunday to go ahead and cook the steaks. We were going to do steak and eggs and coffee before I went to church. So I hadn't took the steaks out the freezer, put them in the refrigerator. Man, I forgot the steaks was in the refrigerator. Now, mind you, the steaks probably was still good, but you know how you done let that meat sit in the refrigerator a little bit long, and you like, I don't know. You know, I probably could have cooked. Man, I'm mad at myself. There was some nice size steaks. I got to give it to the dog. Yep. I missed out on my good steak. Pop West says, I live deep in the woods where they have to pump light. Yeah, where they got the pump light in. Listen, Pop deep. He deep in the woods now. He deep. Deep. Deep in the woods. Yeah. Yeah, man. Deep in the woods. Let me see if I can find y'all a song on here that we can go ahead and you know, I need an upbeat. Listen, how about this right here? Let's do a little bit of the kid created player, Blood on Me. This is the son of my father-in-law. This is my brother-in-law. This is my sister's baby brother. And then we're going to go off. We're going to shut it down with my baby brother's song, Cool Down Yonder. So we're going to play kid created player, Blood on Me. We're going to play some of that, and then we're going to shoot on down to Cool Down Yonder, and then we're going to get up out of here. Are y'all ready? Here go kid created player. Nobody other than Dominique West. Do your thing, buddy. Let me know if you can hear it. Let me turn the volume up. Dominique West, shout out to you, brother.
Started out with some males, I call them lessons. I've been trying to change my ways cause I don't want to miss my blessings. I seen the mud in their hills, I hope they get the message. I'm leaving everything for God, cause baby, I'm so tired of stress. So many people playing me, I should be touring.
Yeah.
To fly right now, I should be boarding. Shawty tried to give me a heart, I couldn't afford it. This right here is history. That's why we're here right now. Don't got my people fed up, I can't blame them. Feel like I owe the grip more than what I gave them. My people stuck inside their ways and I can't change them. It's like no matter what I do for Drew, I know I can't say aim and shooting to kill, forget your legs. I put myself
Come on, y'all, show me some heart.
I ain't scared. We don't deserve to live. That's what they said. A lot of blood on me. Feel like they trying to kill me dead.
Oh God. Just ran. Your blood on me. Dominique West. Matter of fact, let me do this real quick. Hold up. Wait a minute. Good God Almighty. If anybody watches the show, the intro of my show is written and produced by Dominique. And I want to play that real quick. It's let me see. Let me find it. Right here.
CEO Todd Mickens.
This is Dominique.
Early morning praise, baby.
My wife does a production.
It's time to wake up, y'all. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the early morning praise. Welcome to the early.
TL, what's going on, man?
It's time to wake up, y'all. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the early morning praise. Welcome to the early morning. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's time to show love, y'all. Yeah, yeah. Welcome
Dominique West.
to the early morning praise. Welcome to the early morning praise. It's time to wake up, y'all. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the early morning praise. Welcome to the early morning. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's the early morning praise. It's the early morning praise. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Early morning prayer. It's the early morning prayer. Yeah. Welcome to the early
morning praise. All right. Yes, Dominique West, 2 songs back to back. We're going to close this portion of the show. I appreciate y'all, everybody who's still on here. Share the live, tell everybody. It goes down on the Todd Mickens radio podcast. Listen, we doing it different. We moving to higher heights and deeper depth. Listen, change is inevitable. No change, no change. If you got change and you need change, you got to open your hand. You got to open up your mind, my church folks. Listen, again, church, businesses, whatever. If it's not successful, there needs to be change. All right? But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get out of here. Cool Down Yonder by my baby brother, Colton Mickens. Let's hear it. Cool Down Yonder. And then we're getting up out of here. Let's go.
Well, it's cool down yonder by the banks of Jordan. Oh, it's cool down yonder by the banks of Jordan. Lord, it's cool down yonder by the banks of Jordan. Lord, my Lord, come on down. Come on down. Oh, my Lord, say come on anyhow. I'll meet you there. Said it's cool down yonder by the banks of Jordan. Lord, it's cool down yonder by the banks of Jordan. Lord, it's cool down yonder by the banks of Jordan. Lord, my Lord, come on down. Come on down. Oh, my Lord, say come on anyhow. Oh Lord, I'll meet you there. Tell me your safety down yonder by the banks of Jordan.
It's time for me to get out of here.
Down
it's almost a quarter till. I appreciate y'all. See you next time on the Todd Mickens Let's Talk About It radio podcast. I love y'all. We out of here. All right? I appreciate you. Let's go. One love.
I'll meet you there.
All right, y'all. See y'all next week.